Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know it.
You want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients.
Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune into all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We're winding down the regular season in Brownsburg tonight as we welcome you to Bethesda Christian High School. Both of these teams looking to close out their regular seasons on a high note as the Patriots prepare to take on the Covenant Christian Warriors. IndianaSRN is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer since 1955. Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Fiber Logistics, your trusted logistics partner since 1994. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else? A large selection of food made from scratch and fairly priced. Highway Safety Services. Highway Safety Services Incorporated provides traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana for the past 60 years. And by the IndianaSRN Sports page. Follow the sports page every day with updated news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab. And with that, welcome to Bethesda Christian High School, everybody. I'm Cruz Martin alongside my partner Kevin Coons. And Kevin, obviously both of these teams in the regular season finale of their season trying to get themselves right heading into postseason play next week.
Yeah, you will be playing your best basketball this time of year, that's for sure. And when you look at Bethesda Christian, they've won 2 of their last 3, so obviously they're in a good spot right now. And Covenant, they've kind of struggled a little bit their last 3 games, but the level of opponent has been a little tougher than the other parts of their season. So a win tonight can really get them some great momentum heading into the state tournament.
Now, Covenant Christian has lost 4 of their last 5, but they have played some really tough competition over the course of that span. But they have an opportunity to get themselves right heading into sectional play, and this is a big one tonight as well.
Yeah, it is. It's a big. Anytime you're playing these late season games, they're all huge. They're all super important for momentum and making sure your kids are in the right mindset as you head into the tournament time.
Now, how beneficial is it to have a tough stretch like Covenant Christian has had over the last couple of games, the week before sectional? Obviously, a bit of resistance training, if you will.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Flatt, and he mentioned that he feels like it's been really good for his team. He felt like that stretch of games really prepared them, and they know what their weaknesses are and where they need to get better, and he felt like though they took some lumps, it ultimately was a positive thing for his program.
There's a whole slew of names that we could look at and highlight here in the pregame, but the big one that stands out to me is Isaac Crane down low, the 6'2 junior, 13.5 points a game, nearly 10 rebounds a game, and he's one of the big pieces to this Covenant Christian offense and on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, he's a big-time returning player. He was a big player for him last year as well, and he's a kid they really count on, and that's something else that Coach Flatt mentions. They got to score in the paint. He's got to be productive for their offense to work.
And speaking of scoring, this team has 4 players averaging double figures, including Parker Williams, Bryce Harris, as well as Carson Seuss. I mean, there's a whole slew of players that you could go to offensively. It's one of the reasons why this Covenant Christian team can be so dangerous, because you never know who can get going.
Absolutely. They got 4 guys, as you mentioned, double figures. They're a by committee team. They share the ball really well. He's going to play 10 kids because of their style of play. But, yeah, they've got a lot of places they can go, and they can hurt you from a lot of different places.
13-8 are the Covenant Christian Warriors. They're led by Scott Flatt with a 235 and 225 overall record in 20 years with the Warriors. When we come back, we'll be talking about Bethesda Christian, the Patriots, on the other side of this break on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Welcome back to Bethesda Christian High School here in Brownsburg, Indiana. It's time to talk about the Patriots. We've already covered the Covenant Christian Warriors. For Bethesda Christian, they come into this game with a 7-13 record, 4th place in the Pioneer Conference South Division. And obviously, it's not been the season that this team was hoping for, but again, what can you expect whenever there's the amount of roster turnover that this team has experienced coming off that state championship appearance a season ago?
Yeah, you got a lot of kids who are in new roles, but this time of year, that should be worked out. At the start of the year, that was obviously a big-time problem for them. They lost a lot of really, really good players as they finished runner-up in the state, as you mentioned. But by now, guys are getting into their roles, and Coach feels like as long as they play with the right amount of intensity and effort and attitude, he feels like they can still have some success in the state tournament.
Well, you've got a wealth of coaching experience. What kind of challenges do coaches face whenever they face that kind of roster turnover from one year to the next and trying to get players to fill the shoes of those who came before them?
The biggest thing is just they're in different roles. All the stuff that you ran for certain guys, right? Those guys are gone. So now that you're running different plays for different kids that used to be a screener, now that kid's got to step up and become a scorer. So it just puts them in different spots, and sometimes it takes a while. You also may have to change the way you play stylistically. If you had a big kid, let's say, that you really ran the ball through the post, and now you got a bunch of little guards, you got to change your whole system. So there's a lot of things that go into it, but it's definitely been an adjustment period. But right now they're playing their best basketball, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, they have an opportunity for back-to-back wins tonight, and they are led offensively by Stephen Tierney, one of the holdovers from that state championship appearance team a season ago. He's really the key that makes this engine run.
Yeah, he's their leading scorer, averaging over 20 points a game. And then the other guy, the wing, the Swan kid, is shooting over 40% from three. He's been really hot the last few games, averaging in double figures. So he's a guy that Coach Flatt mentioned in the pregame that they're worried about. They got to get out and find him. He can really shoot it from deep.
And one thing about Indiana high school basketball, and really basketball as a whole, is you never know when a season can turn on a dime and have things go in the right direction. I'll take an example from Southern Indiana. There was a team in Rock Creek Academy that went 10-15 during the regular season and then marched all the way to the semi-state championship that same year. So Bethesda Christian still has an opportunity to do a lot of good stuff down the stretch of the postseason. It's all about putting it together at the right time.
And they got a lot of kids that have seen a lot of winning. So that helps when your younger kids have seen a lot of winning by the varsity program. Now they step up in that role. They expect to be in those moments, and they expect to have success in them.
Well, Bethesda Christian is led by John Gruboms. He is 85-41 in his 5th season at the helm for Bethesda Christian. Kevin, let's talk a little bit now about some keys to tonight's game. First, let's take a look at Bethesda Christian. What stands out on the page for you in terms of what they need to do in order to be successful?
Yeah, Coach Grubau's mentioned he's really concerned about Covenant Christian's full court press. He said they've got to handle their pressure and limit turnovers. That was one of his big keys. They got to close out the shooters because Covenant has a lot of kids who can stick shots. Like I said, they're by committee, they'll share the ball, but they got a lot of guys who can stick it. And then once they break the press, he really felt like they have to make really solid decisions in their half-court offense. You can't just break a press. A lot of times teams will break a press and they're still going 90 miles an hour, and they'll throw the ball one pass three, and they get sped up. They don't get into their system. So those are the things that they need to focus on for tonight.
Well, how about Covenant Christian? Obviously, you go on the road. You're trying to close out the regular season on a strong note. What things stand out for you tonight?
They got to communicate on defense. Bethesda runs a lot of off-the-ball screening actions. They'll run a lot of flare screens, back screens. They've really got to talk and communicate, or that'll hurt them. And then they got to score, like I mentioned earlier. They got to score in the paint. They got to get Crane going. They got to get the ball in the paint, and they got to finish. And then when they're in their half-court offense, they just have to make better decisions. Sometimes they do share the ball, but sometimes they get a little bit quick and they make some poor decisions. They take some shots that they just aren't within their offensive system.
Now, Kevin, whenever you take a look at the season as a whole, obviously it's a long season. There's no longer season in high school athletics than the winter sports season, than basketball season. So when you get through a long regular season, how much almost relief do you feel by reaching the end of the regular season and also having sectional play on the horizon?
Well, I think it depends on your season, Cruz. If I'm being honest, if you've had a really good year, you want to keep going as long as you can, right? But if you've had a struggle of a year, you want to try to get out the most you can the last part of the season. But you're right, it is. It's kind of when you put on display all of your work, right? Here's our season. Here's what we did. Let's show what we can do in the state tournament. And it is a relief to an extent. You are right. It is a really, really, really long season.
I think one of the best quotes I've ever heard is, during the regular season, we focus on what you can't do. Postseason comes around, we focus on what you can do. Well, the clock's running out. The warm-up clock has now hit 0. So we will send it over to our PA announcer here tonight as Bethesda Christian prepares to take on Covenant Christian right here on IndianaSRN.
For tonight's varsity boys basketball game featuring the Warriors from Covenant Christian High School and your Bethesda Christian Patriots. Bethesda Christian School and the IHSAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a Christ-like and positive manner. Would you please stand for our opening prayer?
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has...
We encourage...
Welcome back to Bethesda Christian High School here on IndianaSRN. It's time to meet the starting lineups for both of the teams here tonight. Covenant Christian taking on Bethesda Christian.
A 6'1 junior, number 23, Isaac Crane. A 6'1 senior, number 2, Bryce Harris. A 6'1 senior, number 4, Joe Bidler. And a 6'1 senior, number 22, Mark Crane. The Warriors are coached by Scott Flatt. The starters for your Bethesda Patriots. A 6'2 senior, number 0, Brady Naismith. A 6'1 senior, number 1, Noah Geiner. A 6'1 senior, number 35, a 6'2 senior, number 21, Andrew Henry. And a 6'3 senior, number 4, Steven Kruger. The Patriots are coached by John Kruger. It's time for Patriots basketball.
And there's our starting lineups for tonight's game. Senior night here at Bethesda Christian High School. And the starting lineup reflects that all 5 seniors for this Patriots team starting out there for John Grubaum's club. And the starting 5 we just met for Covenant Christian, tipping at center Isaac Crane, his cousin Mark Crane out there, as well as Carson Suits, Parker Williams, and Bryce Harris. Parker Williams off the bench, Joe Midla getting the start. As both of these teams are set to round out their regular seasons here today. Today's broadcast is a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN, the IHSAA, is strictly prohibited. Isaac Crane will tip it off. And right there in the jump circle with him is Stephen Tierney. The ball's up, and it's won by the Warriors. Covenant Christian has lost 4 of their last 5, but they have played tough competition in the last couple of games. They'll look to get off to a good start here tonight, and they will right here. At least it looks like. A put back no good for Crane down low, and they can't capitalize on 2 point-blank opportunities and a foul in the backcourt.
That's exactly what Coach Flatt mentioned to me in the pregame, Cruz. He said they've been getting the ball in this paint, but they're not finishing, and there's a prime example, right? Crane gets 2 point-blank shots, and he can't finish.
And so now the Patriots will get an opportunity at their first bucket of the night on their first possession. Here's Stephen Tierney, averaging upwards of 20-plus points a game per night. And he's picked up by Mark Crane. Good patience offensively so far by this Patriots ball club. Nisley lost it, and it's picked up. Back the other way comes Bryce Harris down the lane. He'll kick it, and Suits will hang on to it for the meantime. Harris into a double team, has it tapped away. He's able to hang on to it.
Harris got lucky there. That should have been a turnover. Driving in there, nowhere to go.
The Warriors will reset their offensive possession right here. Isaac Crane down low, feeds it, nice pass into the post. And Bryce Harris waiting on it for the 2.
Covenant choosing not to press early. That's interesting.
Just about a minute and 45 seconds into this game. And Covenant Christian broke the scoring barrier first. Tierney. And a travel.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers. Not the way they're looking to start the game.
And so Covenant Christian will take over with that early 2-0 lead.
Both teams are being really patient to start this ball game. They're really working their offense, trying to get the best shot they can get.
Not something that tends to happen when the postseason rolls around. Obviously, that's coming up. The pace tends to slow down in those postseason games. So maybe a preview of what both of these teams will be throwing out by the time sectional play rolls around. Ball's knocked loose. Nisley picks up the ball and then lost it out of bounds. It was last touched by Cameron Hines, the 6-foot senior. And so Suits will inbound into the post. Ball was knocked away from Isaac Crane. He chases it down and then lost it, and so his cousin Mark picks it up. Nice entry pass down low, and the floater is good for Joe Midluck.
That was an unbelievable post pass entry from the wing. We usually don't teach that, but it was so open and he had to take it.
Quick 4-0 jump for this Covenant Christian team. Stephen Tierney.
Yeah, they are all over Tierney. They're not letting him breathe early.
Tierney by far and away the best player. And another, well, I should say a timeout. Timeout was called, and John Grubaum did not like what he was seeing, so we'll take a break here on IndianaSRN. Quick 4-0 start for the Warriors.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give us a call today at 317-849-0810. Couple of changes early for this Bethesda Christian team. They started 5 seniors tonight. They subbed a couple out and brought in Brandon Roberts and Liam Swan, who both average upwards of 9 points a game or more. And so now the original starting 5 that both of these, well, I should say that both of these teams are used to, now seeing the floor. Long 3 on the way is good. Got it for Mark Crane. Shooting 48% on the season from beyond the arc. counteract the other direction. That one back rim, no good, off the hands of Andrew Hensley. And then a foul called on the rebound.
We are 3.5 minutes into this game, Cruz, and Bethesda's attempted one shot. That's a tough start offensively for Bethesda.
Yeah, they had a handful of turnovers to begin this game. And then John Grubaum's calls the timeout, gets the subs, and they were able to get their first look of the night. They're going to have to be able to find more shots instead of turning the ball over if you want to have a shot against this Covenant Christian team who is very solid. Speaking of very solid, a solid drive right there from Bryce Harris. He'll go to the line, a chance to complete the three-point play.
Yeah, right now they're just playing with way more energy and effort than what the Patriots are. I mean, they're just beating them to spots. They're boxing them out. They're being more physical. They're just playing the game at a much higher level.
And so Bryce Harris will go to the free throw line. He's coming off a 9-point outing against Indianapolis. Ritter in their last outing went 3 of 8 for the line, though, so he's looking for a better trip today, at least from the stripe. And his shooting struggles from the free throw line continue. So back the other way we'll go. And Bethesda Christian tries to get themselves onto the board as a quick 9-0 jump for this Covenant Christian team. Beautiful find on the backdoor cut. And Brad Nisley right there to cap it off.
It's a great call by Coach Grubaums to get his team going, right? Went to one of his sets that he can count on. They got the easy backdoor cut.
First points of the night for Bethesda Christian. They also force a turnover. Down low, layups up and good. Liam Swan caps it off. And just like that, it's a quick 4-0 run for Bethesda Christian. Now the senior night crowd starting to get into it a little bit. The shot's up and good. Mark Crane.
If you're Bethesda, that's just too easy. I mean, he cut straight to the front of the rim. The defense lost him. No help from the guy that was supposed to be there in the half line, and he just laid it in wide open too.
Again, a wide open cut. Stephen Tierney right there, curling his way in for 2.
They've got to bump that or switch that or something.
And a walk. And so Covenant Christian coughs it up.
Yeah, they ran a back screen there to Tierney, and the guy just got drilled, and the guy guarding the screener did not bump him or go with him, and he was wide open.
Well, it seems as though Bethesda Christian starting to settle in a little bit offensively after that rough start. And after that quick 9-0 start, it's now a 6-2 run in favor of the Patriots. Tierney, free throw line jumper. Got it!
The other thing they started doing, Cruz, was putting the ball in his hands. It's made a big difference for him here second half of this first quarter.
Yeah, well, Covenant Christian came out. We're really focusing on keeping the ball out of his hands, but he's been able to find touches here or there. And now a steal. Nisley forces it. Swan into the front court. Tierney double teamed about 23 feet out. He's fouled on the perimeter.
Yeah, they said he stepped out.
Never mind. He turned it over. And so Covenant Christian will get a sigh of relief, at least for the initial meantime. But an 8-2 run by Bethesda Christian has completely flipped the script of this game here in the early going. And an unforced turnover between the cousins right there, Mark and Isaac.
Those are ones that coach just drive you crazy, man. I mean, he threw it to the guy over there playing the tuba.
Lack of communication causes the turnover right there for Mark and Isaac Crane. And so the Patriots will try to make the Warriors pay for that error. Ball was deflected. Finds the hands of Roberts. Now Tierney, left into the lane. Got stripped. Up in the air. Midla touched it last. And no, they're going to call a foul on Tierney. They called him for a push in the back as Midla went flying in towards the stands. And so that will be Tierney's first foul, I believe, of the night.
Got a couple new guys subbing in.
Checking in for the first time for Covenant Christian here this evening, Caleb Jankowski, as well as Judah Jackson. As Isaac Crane will take a seat along with Carson Suits. And another turnover. Mark Crane looking at his hands. He lost it. Now the Patriots have an opportunity to cut further into this lead with 1:35 to go in the opening quarter. Back to the basket. Hook shot on the way and good. Cameron Hines in the post. It's a 1-point game.
Real nice turn to his left shoulder, a little jump hook. No help came from Covenant.
There's a 10-2 run for Bethesda Christian after that 9-0 jump for Covenant Christian to begin this game. Foul down low. And it's going to be called on Liam Swan.
You wonder when Coach Flatt's going to start going to that full court press after makes. That's generally a big part of what they do. Just try to speed this game up in their favor a little bit.
Crane to inbound. Harris slips and a travel.
That's their 7th turnover in the first quarter.
And if you're Covenant Christian, that cannot be sustainable if you want to have an opportunity to win, especially on the road. Long way to go, though, here for Covenant Christian. They have to dig their heels in and get a stop right here, as Bethesda Christian has been hot over the course of the last 3 minutes or so. Tierney. The handoff, Swan now with it. Looking to turn the corner, got stripped. Coughs it up, a corner three. Roberts can't hit it. Tierney back tapped it right into the hands of Crane. Crane weaving his way down low. Floaters up and good, and a much needed bucket for this Covenant Christian offense. Crane now with 7 in the first quarter.
Big time take there for Crane. They needed that bucket to stop the momentum.
Down to the final 30 seconds here in quarter number 1 from Brownsburg. Tierney leads the way for Bethesda Christian with 4. He gives it up. Now Swan with 22. Crane right on him. Tierney double team. What a find down low. The shot's up and good. And once again, guess who? Cameron Hines puts it in. He's got 4 now with 8 seconds. Covenant Christian with it. Midla decelerates, got his own rebound. What a putback. Midla puts it in, and that's how the quarter comes to an end. How about the hustle right there? Midla puts Covenant Christian up 3 as we end the first quarter. We'll be right back here at IndianaSRN.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand-cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Morales Group Staffing. We're in business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right hire or with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call us today at 317-472-7600. Back for quarter number 2 between Bethesda Christian and Covenant Christian. It was a quick start for the Warriors, but then Bethesda Christian really settled in before one last push from the Warriors heading into the quarter break. Tierney with it. He's been seeing double teams all night long. He tried to dump it off and a turnover.
Yeah, that time Covenant rotated to the help, and that guy was right in the right position to get that steal.
Foul down low. It's going to go on Bethesda Christian.
And that's where Tierney has to recognize when he's being doubled and make the correct decision. At the end of the quarter there, he did. They came out and doubled him off that ball screen, and he found the roller wide open, number 35, but that time he just didn't see that kid drop down.
Fouls on Cameron Hines as his first, the team's first of the quarter. And the first free throw in and out for Caleb Jankowski. IndianaSRN is brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermakers Union Local 374 to do your job right the first time.
He missed them both, Cruz.
0 for 2 with the line for Caleb Jankowski, who on the season was only 50% from the free throw line. Kick ball off the foot of Judah Jackson. It will stay with the Patriots. One thing we were talking about during the break, Kevin, was the defensive strategy put out by Covenant Christian. They are doubling Tierney every time he gets the ball. And a couple of possessions in a row, they were able to get the slip down low. And once you get to that point, the Patriots are only playing 4-on-3.
Yep, that's absolutely correct. They've got to rotate faster if they're going to double like that.
A triple right there, no good from Tierney. And Jackson into the front court. Fake, long three on the way is no good. Off the hands of Suits, offensive rebound, the putback short by Jankowski. And eventually it is cleared by Brandon Roberts. Pass down low, batted away. Who wants it more? It's picked up by the Patriots and Liam Swan. Down in the post, Nisley, and a jump ball. Nice dig out down low by Isaac Crane. He forces the tie-up.
And once again, they start the second quarter. Bethesda Christian, I'm speaking of, with 2 empty possessions. They don't get a shot off.
They had a handful of turnovers to begin this game. And that's what gave up the 9-0 run to Covenant Christian to begin. Then they began to settle in a little bit before Covenant Christian made one final push to extend their lead to 3 going into the quarter break. Opening minute of quarter number 2 here in the regular season finale between these two teams. The kick out. Suits shuffled his feet. Nope, they called a foul. He shuffled his feet, but it was because he was pushed in the back. And that'll be the second foul on Liam Swan. So the first bit of foul trouble of the day for Bethesda Christian. Now Brady Neasley will check back in for Swan.
Yeah, Swan's second foul. That's huge if they have to sit him the rest of the quarter because he's one of their main ball handlers and scorers.
Jackson to the far side. Harris pull-up jump shot on the way. Off the back rim. And the rebound picked up by the Patriots and Cameron Hines. 90 seconds in, neither team has scored here in quarter number 2. What a crossover, but an offensive foul. Harris went down to the floor. Tierney doesn't understand the call, but they're going to call him for a push-off.
I think that's his second.
That is his second. So now the second round of foul trouble, and it's their best player, it's Stephen Tierney, who will have to check out of this game with 2 fouls with 6:25 to go here in the second.
And I think score will dictate how long he's out. If Covenant can go on a 6-0, 7-0, 8-0 run, something like that, Coach Grubons will have to put him back in the game. Big time danger zone here for Bethesda.
Covenant Christian will look to make them pay for the foul trouble that they've been in, also the empty possessions. Harris. Follow-away jump shot. Crane is short. And the rebound picked up by Andrew Hensley.
Not only are there 2 of their leading scorers, they're also their 2 ball handlers.
Hensley looking to create on his own, and he traveled. Got off balance as he went into the paint, and yet another turnover for this Bethesda Patriots team. Crane in the middle, kicks it. Suits looking to attack off a screen. He's covered up nicely. Harris off the screen, floater in the paint. left it off the mark, and the ball loose and picked up by the Patriots. Both teams ice cold to begin here in the second quarter. 3 minutes in, and neither team has scored. Nice back cut. Covenant fans wanting a double dribble. There might have been one. No call was made, however. Back the other way will go Harris. Euro step into the lane. Got his shot stopped, but a foul.
He definitely took some extra steps down there on the other end. The official just missed it. Here's one way to get your offense jump-started. They'll get to the foul line, get some 2 free ones here.
Harris will go to the line. Only 63% on the season and 64 attempts coming into tonight. The last foul, by the way, was the first on Colton Ray.
They've changed it to on the floor. So they'll take it out underneath.
So no free throws coming for Harris in that case as he comes out of the game. Weston Laughlin checks in for the first time. He has it right now. Mark Crane. Now his counterpart, Isaac, with it. Back down to the post. Mark, jump hook. First points of the quarter for either team, but it comes nearly halfway through quarter number 2. Mark Crane now up to 9 points on the night. For reference, he averages 7.5 points a game. So terrific first quarter for his liking. Takeaway. Mark Crane down low for Isaac Crane, who lost it out of bounds.
He's going to take a full timeout.
So full timeout called by Bethesda Christian. We'll take a step aside here on IndianaSRN.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Hurdle looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted partner for inventory management, warehouse fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call us today at 317-396-1023. Here's that full court pressure we're talking about.
Here comes the pressure. They got their top 2 ball handlers out, so it makes sense they would bring it on.
Both teams have struggled scoring here in the second period, and both teams have also struggled taking care of the ball, and there's another example of it right there as Bethesda Christian coughs it up again.
And here comes Tierney.
He's on the bench as of right now with 2 fouls and 3 points in for Caleb Jankowski. 9 3-pointer of the year. He's shooting it at a 40% clip on the season. In the middle of the paint, floater left short off the hands of Nisley. Isaac Crane down the lane. Shot was altered, might have been blocked. There was a lot of contact, but not enough to warrant a whistle.
That was JV overtime call there. It's getting started too late, Cruz. Got to make his time up, baby.
Colton Ray has to chop it off for Roberts. He's double teamed by both Cranes, and eventually it is tied up by Mark Crane. And the tie-up will keep it here as Tierney checks back into the game. Now he's got to be mindful, though. He has 2 fouls. Liam Swan also on the bench with 2 fouls as well. Floater on the way. It is strong. Colton Gray couldn't get it to go. Back the other way we'll go with Covenant Christian. Floater on the way. Laughlin couldn't get it to go. And Tierney the rebound up ahead. Nisley leaking out. Down low. Got fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. Take another look at that three-pointer over on the other end from Jankowski.
Yeah, it's just miscommunication. Two guys pointing at the guy with the ball and nobody guarding him.
So Nisley will go to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first. Again, only 50% from the line on the year, as Midla will check back in for Isaac Crane. And Jankowski will take a seat as well. As now Seth Fosnot, the senior, will check in for the first time tonight for the Warriors. Second shot is good. First 2 points of the quarter for Bethesda Christian. Nisley almost got a hand on that one. Now Midla looking for a backdoor cut with Fosnot, and he led him too far.
Had an open cutter there. He just passed it a little bit out of his reach.
And so with 2:30 to go, Covenant Christian will bring it back the other direction. Now the pressure being drawn back by Scott Flatt. 2:25 and counting here in quarter number 2. Nisley the handoff. Tierney facing one defender right now. He might face two here in a second. He gives it up. A three is good. Liam Swan back into the game with 2 fouls, is able to find a three-pointer.
You knew he'd have to go back to those two guys eventually if they were going to stay in this game. That was the right decision.
Crowd back into it for Bethesda Christian, only down 3. Suits way out. So far, a stagnant offensive possession for Covenant Christian as they try to get into their offense. Crane the step through, he didn't have anything. Now into the paint, a hop step and a dump down underneath, and a nice reverse layup. Crane into double figures now with 11. Tierney trying to get 2 back. Double team comes, he threw it away. It's saved, but eventually picked up by Swan down low, and an easy layup off the hands of Andrew Hensley. Crane open, down low, Laughlin. Trying to find Fosnot. A long 3 from Suits. He can't bank it in, and with 45 seconds left, Bethesda Christian has an opportunity to potentially tie this game. Certainly not the prettiest half of basketball from either one of these two teams, but it's been competitive nonetheless. Crane and Tierney one-on-one way out. Patriots trying to hold for one shot, or maybe not. Three-pointer was missed, and the rebound chased down by Laughlin. Up ahead, the ball is deflected. Suits picks it up with 7. Suits into the front court, throws it to the corner. It was saved. A 3 is no good. Tap up, not in time. And that's how the first half comes to an end. 22-19, a competitive first half between Bethesda Christian and Covenant Christian. And a first half that saw foul trouble for Bethesda Christian. They were able to manage it and keep themselves in this game against the Warriors. We'll take a quick step aside here on IndianaSRN. When we come back, we'll have halftime stats and our thoughts from the opening 16 minutes here from Brownsburg.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we have we really serve a lot of people year-round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year. IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. You know, donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program with our reach, maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, and which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation, or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler Mission. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner, come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For IndianaSRN, this is Keith Myers.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself.
It's something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Hurdle looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30, block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there, and finally, somebody gets on the board.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt.
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Dynamark. Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print science, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years, Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Call today at 317-328-2555. IndianaSRN is also brought to you by Highway Safety Services. You do what you do, we'll keep you safe doing it. Contact us at 765-446-1502. About 6 minutes to go left here on the halftime timer. We'll go through halftime scoring here real quick. We'll start off with Covenant Christian, who leads 22-19 at the half. Okay. Gotcha. Actually, we will take a quick step aside. When we come back on the other side of this break, we'll talk about scoring. 22-19, though, is the halftime score. Covenant Christian on top of Bethesda Christian here from Brownsburg.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. The guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Do your part and practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. Welcome back to Brownsburg, everybody. I'm Bruce Martin alongside my partner Kevin Kuntz. The halftime score, 22-19, Covenant Christian on top of Bethesda Christian after the first 16 minutes of play. Let's take a look at the first half scoring for Covenant Christian. They were led by Mark Crane, the only player in double figures for either side with 11 points. Midla with 4, Harris with 4, and Jankowski with 3. As for Bethesda Christian, they had 5 players score, led by Swan. He had 5, Nisley with 4, Tierney with 4, Hines with 4, and Hensley with 2. That's the score, 22-19 at the break. Well, as we welcome you back, Kevin, obviously the first half was not perfect by any stretch for either one of these two teams, but you get that hard reset at halftime. We might be in for a competitive finish depending on how these first couple of possessions are coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, it was kind of a game of runs there in that first half. Covenant kind of went on a run early there, and then Bethesda cut it back, and then Covenant kind of made a run there in the second quarter, and then once again, Bethesda found a way to kind of hang in there. But yeah, a 3-point game here as we start the second half, and it's anybody's game for sure.
Both of these teams rounding out regular season play here tonight. The sectionals will begin next week, and both of these teams trying to make their final preparations for when that day comes in the next week or so. As both of these teams are getting set to take the court. Bethesda Christian already out ready to go. Covenant Christian taking just a little bit more time to get themselves set up and ready to go as well, as they look to avoid dropping their 5th game in 6 outings. And Bethesda Christian looks to win their 2nd straight. What are you looking for coming out of the half here, Kevin, for both teams?
Well, for Bethesda, they've got to execute offensively. They had 2 droughts of over 2.5 to 3 minutes where they didn't just have a buck and score a point. So they've got to avoid that to win this game. And then for Covenant, they just got to keep doing what they're doing, but limit the turnovers. They turned the ball over 10 times. I mean, you take half of those and give them points, and we got a different game. So they just got to handle the ball, make better decisions.
Beginning of the third quarter here from Brownsburg. Isaac Crane with it. He was held scoreless in that first half. He averages nearly a double-double. He has it right blocked right now. And an easy finish to begin the half. And now Isaac Crane on the board for the first time.
Really good set by the Warriors there coming out of halftime. They got the ball right down there in that right block where they wanted it and scored.
And now here's that press. Over the middle, it's caught by Tierney on the attack. It's a 4-on-3 break, and they make him pay for the pressure in the backcourt. And it's laid up and good by Andrew Hensley.
And that's the difference with Tierney in the game. He gets the ball in the middle of the court. He's a great decision maker.
4 players now with 4 points for Bethesda Christian. Very even scoring all throughout. That you have no more than 5 for one person, no less than 4 for any others. As Covenant Christian finds an easy 2 down low.
2 easy buckets to start the game for Covenant.
Swan now with it. He spent some time on the bench in that first half with foul trouble, as did Tierney. They came in with about 2 to 3 minutes to go in the first half. And were able to help Bethesda Christian keep themselves in that game early on. Missed 3, Harris into the front court.
I think that might have been partially blocked, that 3.
Down low, fall away jump shot, can't get the roll for Isaac Crane.
He doesn't score there, but again, Cruz, that's really, really easy. They got the ball right in the center of the paint, 2 feet from the basket. That's 3 straight possessions. Bethesda's got to get that cleaned up.
Hensley facing a little bit more resistance on this end. Tierney, a triple. And a quick, we have a stoppage in play. Let's see what this is about.
Got some guys chirping. No. Blood on jersey.
Yep, it's on the jersey of Liam Swan, so the officials are going to stop play at least momentarily. There's another look at that catch and shoot 3 from the senior Tierney.
It's just kind of like a little rub screen there, and the guy just didn't get through it. Just late to his closeout against the best player in the gym. That's not a real smart decision.
Tierney now leading the way with 7 points for all school. Well, I should say for Bethesda Christian at least. Mark Crane for Covenant Christian leads all scorers with 11. He has it now. Isaac Crane to the top. Midla. Two-point game, just over 2 minutes into the third quarter. Defense is tightened up here a little bit for this Patriots defense. And they forced a turnover on the baseline.
Yeah, Crane knew where he wanted to go. He just got sped up a little bit. He had Crane open in the corner there, the left corner there, but he just got going too quick.
And speaking of quick, Covenant Christian will try to speed up Bethesda Christian in the backcourt, although Tierney does a good job of breaking that all by himself. Left side handoff. Swan. Now Roberts. Entry pass down low. Roberts up and fouled.
Really nice shot faking up and under from Roberts there. Just held his ground. Defender couldn't stay down. He'll get 2 free throws.
So Roberts will go to the free throw line. He's only attempted 7 on the season, at least from what we've accounted for up to this point, although I'm sure it's more than what we saw. 71% though, he knocks down the first.
They can tie the game with a made free throw here.
Bethesda Christian got down 9-0 to begin this game. Went on a 10-2 run. They can't tie it up there. Ball's loose, though. They have an opportunity to get it, but they won't. Mark Crane into the front court. It was 15-12 at the end of the first quarter. Covenant Christian had the lead. They led by 3 at the half as well. They only lead by 1 now, but they have an opportunity to go up 3 right here. Unless they called it on the floor, which I don't believe they did. And they did not. So that will send Joe Midla to the free throw line. Midla with 4 on the day. First shot is good. IndianaSRN is brought to you by the IndianaSRN Sports page. Wall-to-wall sports news every day. High school, college, pro sports. We have it all. Check it out at IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Stay informed with the IndianaSRN Sports page. He got them both. That's now Midla up to 6 on the day. And the lead back up to 3 for the Warriors. Deflection, but they're going to call a reach-around foul on Mark Crane.
It's a really silly foul by Crane, 90 feet from the basket, reaching around the back of a guy. He's got to be smarter than that.
That's only his first foul, but nonetheless, though, still one that you could easily avoid.
You just don't want him to matter late in the game.
Good handle in the backcourt by this Patriots ball club. They're able to break the press. Isley gets it picked up and finds Tierney, who slipped. Keeps his handle and then lost it again. And the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Covenant Christian.
Oh, he's reporting a foul on Crane, 23.
That's his second. And the team's third of the quarter, so 2 more fouls, and Bethesda Christian will be shooting free throws until the fourth quarter. Tierney fakes the handoff, driving, and finishes it, and the foul. And an opportunity to tie this game up for Bethesda Christian for the first time since the early going.
Really nice reverse layup there by Tierney. Yep, help was late, and then all they could do was foul.
So now Tierney on the day, up to 9 points, looking to get into double figures. And he does just that.
They got a tie game, Cruz.
Approaching the halfway mark here of quarter number 3. Though it hasn't been pretty both ways, we've had a great game so far in terms of a competitive standpoint. Harris spinning baseline. That's a beautiful move, but he can't finish it. So now Tierney with it. The Patriots an opportunity to take the lead. Double team comes. He's in trouble. Tierney has to get rid of it and does. A 3 is short off the hands of Swan. And a long outlet. Harris leaking out. And he gets 2.
That just can't happen. You're the guy shooting the 3 at the top of the key. You can't get beat deep like that, like Swan just did. He was lucky he didn't pick up his 3rd foul.
Harris now up to 6 points. Transition. No 3 taken by Roberts. Instead, he'll put it on the floor, but gets nowhere. And the turnover. Suits down the lane. Dump off. And Isaac Crane standing right in front of the rim. He's now up to 4 points.
Yeah, transition defense the last 2 times for Bethesda's not been very good. They haven't gotten the ball stopped. Easy buckets for Covenant.
And a strip and a steal. Harris with the left hand.
That was a great job by Harris using his body to hold off Swan. And we're going to get a timeout, 30-second.
30-second timeout is called by Bethesda Christian. IndianaSRN is brought to you by Make a Difference. Help us support more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org and directing your donation to a specific school or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. Well, transition has been big here in the second half, Kevin. There's no question about it. And it's been Covenant Christian who's controlled it the last 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, they have. Bethesda's just not done a very good job in their transition defense. Give Covenant credit. They're pushing the ball, but Bethesda's got to do a better job getting matched up and getting the ball stopped.
It's a 6-0 run by Covenant Christian over the course of the last minute or 2. It was just tied up at 28 not that long ago. But a couple of leak outs for this Covenant Christian offense and transition has been able to extend that lead back to 6. They've led by as many as 9 tonight. And now they'll bring out the full court press coming out of that 30-second timeout. That was called by John Gruboms. And it's stolen again. Up ahead. Here we go to the rack. And Mark Crane right there to lay it in as he outran Tierney.
What a read by Midla. He saw they were trying to run that high post entry to Tierney. He read it from the backside, left his man, and made the steal.
Mark Crane up to 13 points now. Well above his season average. Down low, layup back the other way for Swan.
Big time bucket from Swan right there to kind of slow this tide here.
Back to a 6-point game as we approach the 2-minute mark here from Brownsburg. Pass down low, Crane again. Jump hook, short. And the rebound's into the hands of Andrew Hensley. 2-minute mark, Bethesda Christian trying to get back into this one. Tierney, he's a scoring machine. He left it short. Harris on the return trip. Getting downhill inside, layup, got blocked with a foul. And so Harris will go to the free throw line and an opportunity to extend this lead right back to 8 points.
Great drive by Harris. Got the ball right down the lane line, took it up strong. He'll get rewarded with 2 free throws.
Harris with 8 points on the day. Third leading scorer overall in the game, second for Covenant Christian. Not a great free throw shooter, though, on the year. Just 63% coming into today's game. He's missed a couple already today. But he knocks that one in.
Reverse announcers jinx.
Isaac Crane will check back into the game, as will the senior in Seth Fosnot. Midla and Mark Crane will take a seat. The second shot's good. Harris into double figures now with 10. He'll take a seat as Carson Suits re-enters. 1:40 to go here in quarter number 3, and the Patriots need to find a way to scrape some momentum back in their direction heading into the quarter break. This will be a crucial last 1:40. Interesting play draw up here on the press break, but a smart one at that. Another turnover. Colton Ray had it taken away. Long outlet pass. Suits saves it. Who's going to pick it up? Eventually, it's Bethesda Christian. Colton Ray has it. Close to 110. Jump hook. Got the roll. Cameron Hines, the senior, finds a way to get it to go. Lead back down to 6 as we approach the 60-second mark.
That's the second time we've seen that move from the senior, that little turn to his right shoulder, left-handed jump hook.
Bethesda crowd starting to get back into it. Big possession right here. Suits the crossover. Isaac Crane and a foul. Swan claiming he got the ball, but the official says otherwise. That's going to be his second, the team's third of the quarter, so it'll be baseline out of bounds for the Warriors.
With this much time left on the clock, I wouldn't look for them to hold for one here. They'll probably just run their offense.
Tierney bats it away. We'll try this one again. And it's tracked down by Crane. Spinning into the lane. Left hand finish with the right hand on the left side, I should say. Six now for Isaac Crane. Tierney bobbled it and then threw it away. Fosnot picks it up. Fosnot lost it. And a foul in the backcourt.
For a second, I thought that might hit the basket. He kind of tossed it, lost it, shot it. I don't know what that was.
Well, especially from our vantage point where we're at as well. We're about on the opposite side of the court from where the cameras are at in the exact same position, so the ball was tracking in that direction just a little bit far.
Now we got free throws here. Yeah, free throws, okay.
That was the 15th foul on Covenant Christian on that loose ball foul, so that'll send Tierney to the free throw line.
This is big for Bethesda. They can cut in that lead right here.
First shot's good. Tierney now to 11 points. As Nisley checks back into the game.
The good news is with this new rule, with the free throw change, Covenant can go right back to pressure and pressing and trapping to start the next quarter because the free throws are gone. So that rule benefits teams that play the way Covenant plays for sure.
Second shot. That one got the roll, back to a 6-point game. Tierney will come out. And checking in for Bethesda Christian is Noah Dininger.
That's a smart sub. You don't want him picking up a cheap third foul here in this last possession.
He went to the bench with 2 with about 4 minutes to go in the second. He hasn't picked one up since. Big possession here for both teams. Mark Crane, leading scorer for all teams here today. Suits with 5. Suits downhill, floater. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound and the putback. Isaac Crane at the buzzer. And Covenant Christian extends their lead back to 8 points heading into the fourth quarter break. We'll take a step aside here on IndianaSRN. Final 8 minutes from Brownsburg after this.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Make a Difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org and directing your donation to a specific school or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. IndianaSRN is also brought to you by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow at 317-894-7000. Patriots have the ball coming out of the quarter break. Down by 8, they gave up an offensive rebound put back at the buzzer to Covenant Christian. And so now they're behind the 8 ball beginning the final frame.
And Covenant goes 2-3 zone to start the fourth.
Ball's loose down low. And a timeout is called by John Gruboms.
It's just a 30, so we'll stay here.
So with 7:45 to go, it's 42-34. Cruz Martin alongside Kevin Coots here from Brownsburg. And Kevin, coming out of that timeout, obviously Bethesda Christian is looking to find a way to get some momentum back on their side because that was a big momentum swing on the play going into the timeout with that offensive putback by Isaac Crane.
Yeah, it appeared that they'd had a stop, right? They forced a tough shot, but then they didn't box out Crane. He gets the offensive rebound at the buzzer, and all of a sudden we're in an 8-point game. 8 points is a lot in the game that's 42-34. So Coach Grubbaum saved him a possession right there by calling timeout. They got to value the ball coming down the stretch here, and they got to cash in on every possession that they can.
That's one thing that neither one of these teams has done particularly well today is value the possession. But nonetheless, both of these teams have found ways to score the basketball here over the course of the last quarter and a half or so. Now, if you're Covenant Christian, you switched up to a zone the last time. What's the strategy behind that? Just to try to give them a different look?
Just show them something different. Yeah, they're really good in their man-to-man offense, but Bethesda runs some really, really good stuff. And just switch it up. I wouldn't be surprised if he changes defenses here again, and maybe he just wanted to show that look is just to kind of take them off, get them out of their rhythm a little bit offensively, and we'll see what he does here.
Well, coming out of the timeout, it will be baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, they're man-to-man.
It'll be a box set for the Patriots with Tierney to inbound. Right in front of the red zone. And the inbound into Nisley. Looking for a post entry. It's cut off nicely. And now we have a whistle away from the ball. It's going to be 3 seconds in the lane called on Bethesda Christian.
That's the easiest call all night. Number 35 set up camp in there.
So another costly turnover for this Patriots team. Now Covenant Christian will look to extend their lead to double figures potentially.
And now Bethesda's trapping. They've got to do something to try to change the momentum of this game.
Midla, no good. The putback is right there for Joe Midla. 8 points now on the day for him.
Nobody blocked out the shooter there.
10-point lead.
You got to do better than that if you're going to get back in the game with a 10-point deficit.
Patriots playing 5-on-4. Tierney able to teardrop that one in. 13 now on the day for Tierney. He's tied for the lead for all scorers. Midla down low once again. Crane wide open.
They're eating this trap alive.
And a steal down low. Jankowski lays it in. And that's how quickly this Covenant Christian team can get you.
We've seen it a couple times tonight, right, Cruz? They can go on those 6-0, 8-0 runs in the snap of a finger.
Tierney, fall away. What a shot from Tierney.
He's trying to keep him in the game all by himself.
He got 2 back right there, but they have to find a way to get an additional 10 to tie this game up before the end of regulation. Midla picks it up. Nice pass down low once again. Guess who? Isaac Crane on that block.
Ever since they went to this trapping defense, it's been a layup drill for Covenant.
Tempo has certainly excelled here in the final frame of play. I should say accelerated here in the final frame of play. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Patriots. Let's take another look at that Tierney jump shot right here.
Yeah, it's a tough shot, tough fadeaway. And I'll tell you one thing, this tempo favors Covenant Christian much more than it does Bethesda. They're loving this right now.
Up top, Swan a 3. That one right, no good. And Isaac Crane shovels it out to his cousin Mark. Mark down the lane. Kicks it out. And Sue has fumbled it, but was able to chase it back down. Jankowski corner pocket. Can't get a 3. And Swan chases down the rebound for the Patriots. Tierney going to work again. Can't get it to go, but a foul.
He's trying to take the game over. The deficit may just be too large that he can't overcome it. They're going to have to get some stops. They can't keep giving up layups on the other end.
Tierney trying single-handedly to salvage his senior night. He's got a chance to cut this back down to a 10-point game. The only problem is that Bethesda Christian has not been able to get stops here in the final quarter as he left that one short. Tierney, a 92% free throw shooter on the year.
I believe that's his first miss tonight.
So trying to get that first miss of the night back here. And he does so. Lead cut down to 11 with 5.5 to go.
They're going to stay in the trap.
Crane shuffled his feet. And a rare turnover here in the fourth quarter for this Covenant Christian offense. And so now they'll bring their full court press back out and try to get it back. Dangerous pass into the corner. Swan pivots out of it. And now Nisley across half court.
You can't even tell you how good of a play that was by Swan. That pass was destined to be a turnover.
Roberts to the top. Swan a triple. Short. And Midla the rebound. Midla, that's the second time he's lost it on the way up, trying to either pass it or shoot it. Isley almost knocked it loose. Mark Crane trying to get rid of it. And he does so. Wide open with the left hand is his cousin Isaac.
He just cut to the front of the rim when he saw the double team come, and no help defender came with him. Too easy.
Stolen away. Isaac again down low with the left hand. Got it to go. Isaac Crane with 12 now.
What a play by Crane.
And Mark Crane with the foul. And now Harris will come off the bench. Bryce Harris back into the game. He'll replace Jankowski. 4.5 to go. And Covenant Christian has now busted this one open. A 15-point lead.
It'll be interesting to see if Bethesda keeps trapping or if they just play it straight up the rest of the way.
Tierney. Last touch, they're going to say, by Isaac Crane, out of bounds. Stays with the Patriots. Down by a game-high 15.
And part of the issue with that is, my guess is they don't play defensively that way very much. And when you don't practice it, you don't play it that much, oftentimes you make mistakes when you try to do it.
Mistake made right there by the Patriots. Harris down the lane. Can't get it to go. And Nisley picks up the rebound. Up ahead, Swan down low. Pump fake. Got a shot blocked by Isaac Crane. And his cousin Mark able to come down with the rebound. Covenant Christian in control here as we're halfway through the final quarter.
Yeah, Coach Flatt's imploring his team to calm down, slow down. We have the lead.
Shot was rejected down low, but a foul on Nisley. And so that will send Mark Crane to the free throw line with 3:49 to go.
Fouls on the Patriots, number 0, Brady Nisley is first, team's first.
Crane leads Covenant Christian in scoring with 13, looking for points 14 and 15 on the night. First one's long. IndianaSRN is brought to you by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill. Timeout called by Covenant Christian. And it's a full timeout, so we'll take a step aside here on IndianaSRN.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
IndianaSRN is brought to you by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. You can volunteer today at 317-686-6239. Back in Brownsburg, as Covenant Christian looks to put away Bethesda Christian to close out the regular season. The second free throw is good by Mark Crane, who's now up to 14 points. And the lead for Covenant Christian now to 16. It's got to be points, and it's got to be quick for the Patriots if they want to have a shot. A lot of ground to cover up. Tierney will try to get them going, and he does. Long baseball pass down the court. Last touched. Oh, they're going to say it was last touch by Isaac Crane. And no protest from him. And a good dig out by Hensley in transition. Spinning into the front court is Nisley. And he gets rid of it to Tierney. He just hit that three. Looking to get more. Step back. Can't get it. And suits the rebound.
Yeah, he tried to draw a cheap one there. The official didn't fall for it. Steal.
And a bucket down low.
Number 0 got the steal there and had a little reverse layup. Stick it in there.
Nisley was able to get it down low on the other end. The layup is up and good from Joe Midla.
Every time they get any momentum, they just give Covenant just wide open looks at the bucket. Just too easy.
Midla now into double figures with 10 himself.
Another breakout.
And Suits the layup. Suits' first points of the night. It might have been the easiest two that we've seen all night on that leak out. Covenant Christian continuing to counterpunch every time they get hit. Down to 2.5.
They've been the more aggressive, more physical team all night, Cruz, so it's no surprise that they're coming up with these plays at the end.
They get another steal. Now it looks like Mark Crane will be content.
Yeah, coach is calling spread.
He thought about a pull-up three, but then thought better of it. And now he'll get it back and try to run off as much of this clock as they can afford to. Harris skip, corner, Suits, dribbles it off of his foot, almost lost it, a little bit too casual with the ball. Now the pass down low, and guess who? Isaac Crane wide open for the easy bucket. Both Mark and Isaac Crane now tied for the team lead at 14 points. 4 Warriors are in double figures here this afternoon. 3, Tierney short. Offensive rebound picked up down low. And Hensley tries to score it, he can't get it. Then the missed shot down low by Swan, and eventually a foul is called.
Fouls on the Patriots, number 4, Stephen Tierney, his third, team second.
It's going to be the third foul called on Stephen Tierney. And so Bethesda Christian will continue this full court press. Although with 1:25 and counting and a 17-point deficit, it seems as though Covenant Christian well on their way to win number 14 on the season. Isaac Crane now with 16 points. Pull up 3, Tierney. He can't get that one to go. Rebound pulled in by Isaac Crane. He was silent in that first half, but he really exploded onto the scene in half number 2. Lob. Harris tried to bring it down and does so with under 60 seconds. Suits down the lane, kicks it. 3. It's off, and the rebound picked up by Bethesda Christian. 3-pointer on the way. It is short off the hands of Andrew Hensley. Rebounded to Covenant Christian. It's stolen away by Swan. And the junior had his shot recycled, but a foul. That foul is going to go on Mark Crane as some substitutions prepare to come in. It'll be Noah Dinninger and Cameron Hines, both seniors checking back into the game. And the first shot's up and no good. IndianaSRN is brought to you by Highway Safety Services. You do what you do, we'll keep you safe doing it. Contact us at 765-446-1502.
Been a really tough shooting night for Swan, man. He's really struggled. He hit that early 3, but other than that, that's been it.
He goes 1 for 2 from the line there. Cuts the deficit down to 18. And we'll see what happens here. A baseball pass. The home run ball caught by Isaac Crane down low. Covenant Christian will get a wide open layup right here from Harris. And that will more than likely be the last score of the game for Covenant Christian. Harris now up to 12 points. Long 3 on the way. It is up and good. And it was hit by Brady Nisley, the senior. And that is the final score. 65-48. Covenant Christian back on the winning side of the ledger. They take down Bethesda Christian on their senior night by 17. We'll take a quick step aside. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show presented by the Morales Group right after this.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome to the IndianaSRN postgame show presented by the Morales Group. 65-48 is the final score. Covenant Christian over Bethesda Christian. It's time to meet our Piper Logistics players of the game tonight. Kevin, who do we have?
Well, from Covenant Christian, it's the Crane connection. Junior Isaac Crane with 16 points and senior guard Mark Crane with 14 points. They combined for 30 points for Covenant tonight, and they were the reason why they were so successful in this victory over Bethesda.
And a 17-point win for Covenant Christian to round out the final regular season game for these two teams. A couple of upcoming events in the coming days, and a couple of big ones at that. As the IHSAA boys swimming and diving state finals begin Friday and run into Saturday, we'll have that on IndianaSRN. The HCAC men's and women's basketball championships will take place in Lexington, Kentucky. That'll be on HCAC.tv. And also the indoor track and field action will be on HCAC.tv as well. That will be on Saturday as well. So join us here on our IndianaSRN family of networks on Saturday. Well, for one final time here from Bethesda Christian High School, our entire fantastic IndianaSRN crew, our director Chuck Levine, my partner Kevin Coots, I'm Cruz Martin saying thank you so much for listening and watching Indiana High School basketball on IndianaSRN.